I'm sorry. Big shoulders. I'm sorry. Wait. What's the audience? What's the name of the show?
Divine Exchange.
Okay. What's going on, Divine Exchange? I'm Big Frank, the Kamani Ice guy. This is my product. It's called Kamani Ice. A mixture of 2 different kind of rums and a blend of fruit juices. We started right here in Harlem. We mix and blend and bottle ourselves. You can Google us. That's the new slogan for 2013. Kamani Ice. You can Google us. Check out the commercials from the places we've been. And if you want a sample, give us a call. Contact us on Facebook. We'll come down. We'll do our thing. You won't be sad. Remember, it's 2 different kind of rums and a blend of fruit juices. The bottle is giant green, giant blue, and the is jet green. Shake well and drink cold. The colder the better. Ooh, that's good stuff. So hit us up. Let us know what you want to do. If you got some ideas for Kamani Ice, give us a call. Peace.
Back on my stool, back on my Mr. Rogers. Some of y'all remember Mr. Rogers. Hi, sweetheart. Good night. All right, Divine Exchange. Untitled, make some noise. Y'all still with me? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Those who are here are the real soldiers. Y'all stuck to the show. We're going to end it out. We're back to the show, yo. We are back to the show. Somebody remind me to stop pressing on the wall because I keep having white stuff on my back. I seem to be the only idiot doing it. So, anyway, I'm going to start the second half with a piece. It's actually a song, but since we don't have tracks, I'm going to just spit it acapulco. And then we're going to end the show with my man Elohim, who's going to bring his book and show us what it really is to have an apology. So,
You can hear me without the mic, so it's good, right? Yeah. All right, this joint is a remix from Tupac's "Do for Love." So if you're a fan of Tupac's work, you definitely share my appreciation for his artistry. Hey, love. L-O-V-E. If you're pretty, please tell me, can I talk freely? I've been really trying to find myself and denying about things that I've denied myself. And, well, I feel pride that overrides my self-doubt, but sometimes I've denied my health. How? I'm a stone in a tomb full of people I put there, alone in a room. Like you care. I'm too old to assume, so boom. Let me throw this poem in your womb. A well-groomed groom who has wiped his tunes, too young to settle down, so his life is doomed or blessed. With a cursive verse that bursts from a heart sharp, so it hurts me first. Ow. Pay the price to be this precise, hope to survive all the sacrifice. I have the power of universal demand, mastered the craft in the universe of He-Man. Got analysts clocking my breathing, catalysts of apocalypse swimming through my semen. So I got a lot to worry about when I'm scheming. You say you ain't playing, then they want to bring their team in. Meaning, dealing with these two egos so diesel. Think we can't see you? Please, dude, we do. Leave room for someone with a real flu. Lovesick for this genre of music that we lean to. Or get moved. I'm not as nice as they are. I'm nicer. Bloomberg, let me mayor at night, sir. Alright, sir? Because while you're in your dreams, I am in these streets. Gutters to the skyscrapers, low and high peaks. Wide eyes peek through the blinds of my niche. My feet won't rest because my heart won't sleep. True story, I read poems hungry. Whole life spent growing with headphones on me. And so comfortable only wherever I step. Ask yourself to who know me. Slowly reliving the moments. Gone like opportunities we're given opponents. Conquering concepts. Compound components. Compiling commas. Once we have accomplished more door to pull than those springs in Poland. Paid in full. Truth rewards the honest. I'm conscious, music commercially polished. From your girl's thongs to the lips of your mamas. We still here, the same place you found us, pretty much. Making music that we're proud of. Get in touch. Sounds tough, I know I ain't around much. Bringing the whole house down from the underground up. Make some noise, Untitled. Make some noise. Make some noise.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to close the show. You thought it was another round of 8,000 poets, but it's not. We're almost finished. Thank you for coming from the bottom of my heart and the Untitled staff, Divine X. Thank you. Everybody, but you can put your hands together because I'm thanking you. Thank you to everybody. Corey John, Tawana, thank you for inviting me to host. It's been my pleasure to be a host for the evening. All the vendors, thank you. My homegirl giving her natural products. I didn't shout it out before, but thank you for being here. My girl was pointing at somebody's hair, I'm like, what are you doing? Okay. Like this is Sephora or something. Better than Sephora. We got you. Natural hair in the building. Love it. All right, so I'll bring up my man. I've known this dude for a while. On the poetry scene, you kind of cross paths with so many people. But then over the years, I've been doing this a minute. It's good to see people still in the game. This gentleman wrote this book, The Apology, some time ago, and it represents actually a gentleman approaching a female, how beautiful she was, and she said, no, don't call me beautiful, because she's very used to be told she was ugly. And how many of us can relate to not feeling that we are worth it? But this book actually breaks the mold of many stereotypes. I definitely suggest you get it. This man is a dope writer. And what we're going to do is we're going to break the format a little bit. What we're going to do is, this is a group setting, this is very intimate, which is I like, we're going to use this to our advantage. As he's performing his piece, he encourages you to be a part of his piece. And when I say that, I mean, if there's something he says that sparks your interest, I want you to react. He wants you to react. If there's something you don't understand, I want you to stop him. He wants you to stop him and say, yo, what is that? Because we want to spark a conversation and bring this to the forefront. I've never heard a poet do this, and I've been doing this a while. So I definitely admire what he's trying to do. So basically, we're going to put our hands together and give him as much energy as we possibly can to bring this together. Elohim! Give it up, Divine Exchange!
I'm going to thank everybody for coming out. We in the basement, y'all. Basement. It's dope, though. Back in the day, the speakeasy, prohibition. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kitty Rose, you know, Johnny Ice.
Yes.
You know, everybody else vendors that's here. I mean, our old paintings is spectacular. You know, I wanted something right here, the backdrop, you know, that'd have been dope. You know, appreciate it. Sadiq, the son right here, he gave his father a shout out in his rap. It was beautiful. So, he already told you what the book is about. The sister inspired the book by telling me she was ugly, and so I wrote a poem called Apology. I usually start off with the poem, The Apology. But since I wrote this poem, I've been through so much in my life that now I figure that the apology should be last, and I should now become a manifestation of my poems, because there's stuff I wrote about in this book that I've never done in my life. I was speaking for other men, right? And then I wrote about these actions of men, who do things that's wrong or dishonest, and I actually started manifesting that in my own actions and character. And so it would be right for me to recite the apology, right, without speaking about my own faults. Because I don't want to make it seem like I'm perfect. I'm this guy that just shouting out sisters and I love y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? So I have my flaws, and now that's what I talk about. This might be my last time reciting poems about my flaws. My wife said, "You gonna stop that? So we're not getting back together. You keep on putting our business out there."
One more time.
So it might be the last time. I don't know.
We won't tell.
She didn't even come, so we want that.
She don't want to hear this poem, but so the first poem goes like this, called True Story. Whew. My back. This is a serious poem, and I add something to this poem every time I do an event. So actually, I've added another 2 more verses to it. All right. True story. How I turned into them dudes from Jerry Springer, Cheetahs, Maury. True story. I met this shorty who had more grace, divine. I met this shorty who had more taste. Excuse me. I met this shorty who had more grace, taste in fine arts. Thuggish and divine, so fine. I played the side chick part so well. I fell from Glory. True story, I wanted my cake and to eat it too, like eat her pussy, then go home and kiss my boo. Slime ball shit, niggas in the street do. True story. Spent time with this dime, crossed the line when I sold it, the rhythm and rhyme crime. With break day, blind the time, mind in my system. So I paid, wipe these complaints, no mind. True story. I fell from Glory, I was judged for a jury of her peers. They said I was full of bullshit, like the nigga on the pulpit who spits Bible verses with curses.
Come on.
While I and Sister Sonia wishing he could bone her while his wife sits in the rear.
What?
True story. Now I'm like, oh God, oh dear. True story. It feels like now I'm pleading, because it feels like I've been barred out of the Garden of Eden. Feels like I walked straight out of heaven. Now she's like, you better call Tyrone, Day, and Kevin.
All of them.
True story. Now I'm wondering, how do I get back to divine status? Divine status because it matters. Because no one treats me like she do. She cooked my food, washed my clothes, shaved my pubic hairs, clipped my toes, and Lord knows I'm out here in the cold, unable to make the holes. Lord knows. I fell from glory. True story. I used to be an angel, then I turned into demon, sharing my time, sharing my semen. Friends and family telling her you don't need him. He doesn't even practice the things he writes about or says he believes in. Leave him. Leave him. And she left me. Damn. I know the way a nigga would do it was whack. But you don't get a nigga back like that. I was nigga with pride. You don't do shit like that. I was just, I was gonna get right back. Right? Oh well. I fell from glory, true story. And now the only thing that matters is that I get back to divine status. Because you see, I want to save my marriage. I want to increase her carats. Because now I got blindness for the maggots that want to fuck with a man who wears a wedding band. And I can do this. Put me on the beach with freaks or a colony of nudists. I can do this. True story. And all that matters is I get back to divine status. Restore my glory. True story. True story.
True story. This is a true story, and he's talking about how she wants.
It could be your story though. It don't matter.
No, but she
And it's hard. And it's hard. What's your question, brother?
All right.
To do it.
Since this is a true story, we wrote this poem. She didn't want to come here because she don't want to hear this poem. But obviously, she did say that.
Oh, did? That's like
Yeah. But since y'all had communication, y'all means y'all trying to get back together. So what was it that even allowed that room of communication to even take place for this unit to
honestly
work that again?
Honestly, and you just said it, communication. Like a lot of times we don't communicate. We think we're communicating, but we don't. You know, and a lot of times we just one person. I thought I was a communicator because I was a writer. You know, I'm a poet, so I thought I was a good communicator. I used to be a leader of an organization, a group of boys, and I used to instruct them, give them advice. But when it came to, you know, having conversations with my family or my spouse, you know, I couldn't do it. They be talking, I just be listening. Naturally, I'm a passive aggressive, so I don't like arguments. You know, so a person is shouting at me, I'm just sitting there like, all right, whatever, or I walk away. You know, and so it took communication. You know, so dialogue, honest dialogue.
That's why it says divine exchange, because the communication is an exchange. It's not where one is spoken and the other one is.
And that's the whole purpose of the divine exchange. The first segment of the first installment of the divine exchange was called Conversation Meets Art, and we believe that. Ever heard the saying from our mouth to God's ears? You know, the words have power. You know, so you have to be mindful what you put into the universe.
Sure.
You know, so I can say something and think it's just whatever, but that negative energy creates, you know what I'm saying? It creates something, creates motion, you know, creates action. You know, then the manifestation happens and you be like, how does this happen? What's going on? And you don't realize that you've spoken into existence. You know, so.
Okay.
Ladies, you cut a man's pews, he will remember you when you break up.
new hoe, she don't she ain't doing nothing. She just getting up and leaving. Right? So, I'm gonna read now. I'm gonna read. And, of course, I'm gonna read from my book, The Apology. And I'm gonna read a poem that a lot of you might be familiar with. Might be able to relate to, excuse me. It's called The Imperfect Place. I'm gonna read it and then we can discuss it. Satin lips, pressed for time, still a kiss, hard pelvis, a quick, slow grind, peeping around corners, one eye open, the closed one focused on the intense feeling in your mind, hands gripping your behind, and he says his best line, I love you, you mean so much to me, I want you so bad and need you, this was meant to be, and I'll be gentle, I know it's your first time. And he's so fine, so hard to say no. It comes out as a whisper, and he pays you no mind, and touches you in places you've never been touched. G-spot in the clutch, and the word no gets caught in your throat and floats back into your subconscious. And oh yes, it's just a passionate expression, not an affirmation, no confirmation for entrance. Satin lips, press the trunk, satin lips, press for time, trying to figure out how to get out this bind. It feels so good, but the moment is so wrong. The imperfect place for your first taste of the ultimate lust, rushed in haste. One eye open, the closed one focused on the intense feeling. So good, but the timing is so bad. And possibly the wrong host, a foreign entity entering your essence, no protective garment, and you kind of, sort of doubt the sincerity claimed in his heart. Legs begin to part, skirt raises, sensitive talk and sweet praises, both eyes closed, never thought you'd be making love in your clothes. And the word no is at the bottom of your feet, ready to run, but you've been risen in the air, legs around hips, satin lips, softly pierced, cotton tip, strongly piercing, the beast meets the yeast, no grease, no lubricant, no commitment, no romance, never planned, happened by chance, 5 minutes, and he's no longer in it. It felt good, but you feel bad, sweaty, sticky, whorish, and wondering, do he still love you, or did he ever? Can't blame him.
Sometimes he don't.
You know, well, my first, I love it to death. Since I've been back in New York, since I've been home from prison, right? I've been back in contact with all my exes, which is my problem. Facebook the devil. You know, I've been back in contact with all my exes, and except this one person, my first, right? And throughout the year, I call her on birthday, I call her Valentine's Day, and she always said, to this day, she don't have no children, still live with her mother and her grandmother, you know, she's an educator, and she don't have a man, you know, and for some reason, I'm scared to go see her. I'm like, something gotta be wrong, with her. Be scared. She's the last one.
How old is she? How old is she? If you're a certain age and you still live with your parents, you have no kids, you have no man, that's a red flag.
Thank you.
There's something is wrong.
Thank you. I'm 36, so she's 36.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
So, when I had sex with her the first time, I was in love with her, but it was rushed. Like, we was ready to make love, and shout out to my second love right here, Keisha. Tell your story. But I was rushing to have sex with her. Like I made her cry because she didn't want to have sex with me. And then she was so willing to oblige me that she was like, whatever. She was naked. I still had, I was not ready to leave, but I was still game her like, you don't love me, you're not gonna have sex with me. I had my book bag on with a basketball in my book bag. I actually had sex with her. With my book bag on. With the basketball.
With your second?
With my first, not Keisha. So that didn't inspire the poem, but that's how I relate to that poem, because it was the wrong time, the wrong place. I think she was the right person. I still love her to this day, but it just wasn't appropriate. you know. And so, do anybody else relate? Like, the player say, the player didn't have sex when he was 31, so.
You have no secrets here.
That you possibly scarred her in some way?
This is
Oh, she dumped me.
But,
So,
but you know what? What was the reason
That
why?
doesn't mean that she
I
was
don't,
scarred.
I was scarred. I don't know why, to this day I don't know why she dumped me. She said, no.
You should have took the book back.
I like that. The book back. I like that. That's a good thought, Michelle. I might give her a call and see what's up.
You're not gonna get back with
Not for that.
her.
No, not for that. Just see where she at in life. Mike, you got a
You
compliment?
got too many things going on.
How old was you when that happened?
14 years old.
So you was a baby. So I mean, how much did you know at 14 in terms of what to do with a woman?
And this is the poem. The poem actually, I don't give details. It's just a place, imperfect place. But this person could have been a teenager, it could have been an adult, but it's this person's first time. You know, and so my first time was as a teenager. You know, and so
Was that her first time?
it was her first time as well. You know, so.
Well, we all tend to live that mistake.
Scarred or not, she's never gonna forget you.
Don't say I scarred.
She didn't want basketball anymore. We play the Knicks now.
Anybody to apologize to her?
Exactly. You want to know why it hurt you.
Okay. Actually, the poem here is 5 Bob. It's 5 Bob. I mean, it's 5 Bob. This poem is for, I'm not prejudiced. I don't discriminate against people that have different sexual preferences. So I wrote the poem in reference to lesbians, right? When I was hustling, and I had locks, I used to date lesbians. I used to deal with lesbians, and they used to say because I'm pretty, I'm a pretty boy. They would picture me.
They said he had long hair.
That's another conversation. You need to sit.
I got a phone for that too, but
You were doing this video.
I had a pretty face, I had successful lesbian, right? But, and I never really feel that a lesbian, right, is strictly against men. That's just my thinking. I could be wrong. So I wrote this. Shut up. There ain't no could be. This is why I read this poem. For my girls. The poem is called Sisters Who Love Sisters. Right? Sisters Who Love Sisters. Now, I've never read this poem before. I don't know how, when, or where it started. Maybe with the individual self. Isolated, legs parted, curious, experimenting with self-love, satisfaction through finger action. Don't mean to sound derogatory, but to question my own ignorance is gadgetly obligatory, trying to figure out the story of the matriarchs who have turned their backs on black men who sin just to sin again with women, friend, fed up with the droughts. Trying to figure out the story of the matriarchs who have turned their backs on black men who sin just to sin again with women, friend, fed up with the droughts of mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical satisfaction. So opposites are no longer the attraction, and appreciation is found in someone who can relate a painful relation. Yeah, men ain't shit becomes an explanation for same gender interaction, intercourse with a touch is so soft, never forced. Who's the boss? No. Who's the boss? Role play or role switch? Who's the butch? Who's the bitch? Who's gonna bop? Who's gonna switch the game around from the pain that's found in male-female relationships? Fed up with the bullshit, so you say no one knows woman. You say no one knows woman like a woman does. does a woman like a woman does, cause each other's needs are understood, and I'm trying to understand as if I can, as if I could. Is it now my own fault again, my bad, because my performance and responsibility as a man has been sad? Sad to say that some men don't mind the way you play double standards. Turn on by whom you wish to lay, but got all bad things to say about boys who claim to be gay. And so I sit here today, not judging you. Judging you is too easy. I just want to know if you can come on back. I'll pay more attention to your needs, comb your hair, communicate better, massage you, rest your back, make a full effort to please you first, and this alone will please me. I love sisters too, but I don't want to share you with you. Bad enough I gotta compete with Whitey and the dollar almighty, corporate America, material things, and all the comfort that intoxication brings, European romance and R&B lyrics, R&B lyrics. I'm not debating about right and wrong, but in my heart I know it's with you. It's with me, you belong, my soul tells me so, so don't ignore your spirit, man, woman, child has been flipped around, when, why, or how, the origins are so mysterious. Never mind the philosophical, psychological justifications, the scientific and biological explanations, the love is love rationale of heightened sensations, spiritual, moral, or just a phase. Fad of these past 4 generations. Is it truth or dare, truth or lie? Engage me in this dialogue about the vagina monologue. My mind is fogged. I know that a woman's love is so intense, and that we as men lack the intuitive sense. And so you prefer girl over guy, sometimes bi or complete boycott, penis entry denied. And you tell me you don't need or want me, looking me straight in the eye. Now I'm feeling the same rejection you felt from me, alienated from your womanhood, experiencing jealousy. Knowing I can love and please you the way that she do, be more sensitive, tender, sincere and true, committed to you in divine unity. I don't know how, when, or where it started, but this future father and husband is broken hearted. I know your heart is closely guarded. You fed up, disgusted, done with me, through with me, but I miss you so much. Need your touch by my side in order to repair the family unit, restore the black community. If you come back to me, please come on back. I'll make a promise to you. Me and my boys will make a pact to love sisters who love sisters like sisters do, and include true manhood with all of that.
All right.
Got a question right here, now. Hey.
I just was wondering if you can elaborate on the statement, men ain't shit.
That's a good question.
From my experience,
Because I don't know if you're saying that's the perspective of a lesbian or that's the perspective of the writer.
I feel that's reflective of my experience. You know, I'm not going to generalize. From my experience, this is something that women say.
Yeah.
Right. Not just lesbians, but just women.
Oh, so it's relating to women.
Right. And so sometimes I feel like women go this route because of how men treated them.
Go what route?
Lesbian.
Becoming a lesbian. You know, so.
Okay. You ever tell them that maybe they're hanging out with the wrong man?
Become a lesbian.
Women tend to, when you're young, you want the bad boy because it's exciting, but a bad boy isn't stable. It's usually the quiet guy, the more driven guy, the studious person that get ignored, growing up in high school into young adulthood. So you get a bad experience as a woman starting out because you're chasing that dude who's exciting.
Right,
and then you get turned off. But we ain't all like that.
Right, but everybody's story is the same. We have a lesbian audience now who never been with a guy ever. You know, never dated a guy, never had a boyfriend, ain't never been hurt by a guy.
So did that lesbian say that men ain't shit? Where they at?
Where she at?
Because then how would you know? Right. How would you know men ain't shit if you never been with one? Think about that.
Okay, one more. One more. Come on, I got one more. Okay, here's another question.
Go ahead. You gotta have a reason why.
A bad experience with a man is why she goes to a woman. that to me, it doesn't sit too well because if you're straight, you're straight. If you're lesbian, you're lesbian. I don't think that having a bad experience with a man will cause a woman to be with another woman.
That's questionable.
That is questionable.
It's just not. It just doesn't happen that way in the grand scheme of things.
Bisexual is bisexual. People are bi-curious.
Right.
But you don't get hurt by a man and say, "Fuck, man, I'm gonna deal with women now." It just.
I can tell you that that statement has been said in the past.
I don't know if that's the reality, though.
I think people are people, and people come from a wide array of feelings.
Okay, so I'm a man and I got hurt by a woman, so now I want you.
Well, that's,
I'm gonna go to you.
That's you.
That happened. That has happened. If the question is, has that happened? The answer is yes.
Okay.
Not everything. There's no rule. We're human nature. Go ahead, brother.
Hold up. It's a different generation. Because when we was growing up, we wasn't seeing that. And now it's so open that our children is seeing that and it's accepted. When we was growing up, it wasn't like that. You know, but we need help. Men, we need help. You know, I was one of the lucky ones that found my queen. But when I see a woman or I hear a woman saying, "Man ain't shit," sometimes I go, "God damn." I go back and sometimes it's what they see. Not all of us. There are few that we're here.
So don't receive it if it's not true.
Right. You know?
I know from psychology, many studies have been shown, and a lot of times that people's upbringing have a lot to do with their sexuality. And as far as you said, back in the days, we had more parents, a mother and a father in the household. So the child grew up with an example of what manhood was, what femininity was from their parents, and they take it out into the world. How does that relate to lesbianism and homosexuality in our society? Go ahead, Kitty.
But I think whatever our persuasion is, it's not a matter of trying to convince someone to switch back on what's normal. I think whatever it is that we decide to do, we have to be accountable for the love that we give to that person, that partner. Whether it's a woman, I think that's what the poem is about. Women might feel scorned because of whatever and gone to men, but if they felt scorned, then they still need a reason to come back. And if they felt scorned, are they still putting that in the relationship with the female, or the males with the males each other? So whatever persuasion we decide to go, it's really about accountability, and being accountable, treating someone, that old saying, treating someone the way you want to be treated. So if you don't want to get fucked over, don't fuck nobody else over, because the karma comes back. And what we put out in the world, if you are a nasty person, or you are mean, or you don't know how to treat somebody, whether you got a woman or a man, you're going to get the treatment that you give to somebody else. So we got to learn how to treat people the way we want to be treated. Learn to treat people how we treat them, and you're going to get it back, whether it's male or female, I think.
You need to learn how to love themselves.
That's what she's saying. Love yourself first. Learn how to do that.
Teach your children that.
My thing is this: whether you're a male or female, lesbian or straight, if you're scorned by a man and you're going to use that as an impetus to go to a woman, that same woman that you're going to is going to give you the same pain, if not deeper, than a man. So it's almost like, a double-sided coin. You're going to get hurt and pain on both sides of the spectrum. That's my thing. I don't think it's gender-related because you're hurt by a man, you go to a woman, and vice versa. You're hurt by a woman, you go to a man. I think the hurt is on both sides.
Now, I know this person who, she was married and her husband used to cheat on her all the time, so they divorced or whatever, and she was feeling some kind of way. So she started dealing with women. She thought she wouldn't be cheated on. But the lady she was dealing with cheated on her way more than her husband was. Right, so it's like, a lot of people have different reasons for have alternate sex lives, if you will. So it's not just one reason. Most of the reasons. Some people they feel like that's what they want to do. Some people are curious. Some people fed up with the opposite sex. It's just a myriad of reasons. Personally, I love women, so guys going out women, I'm
Let him know, T. Let him know. Tell us in the room is ready.
I'm about that.
You know, he-
I appreciate everyone's input. Two more poems to read, and then we'll recite. I have two more poems I want to read, and then we'll recite the poem that inspired the book. This poem is called As You Are Collectively. I love this poem. As You Are Collectively. I love this woman like I love no other. She's sister to my brother, my aunt, mother of my son. She's young, a newborn, and old, and worn like a raisin in the sun. She's well done, finger looking good. Thick thighs and breasts, they call them chickens in our hood. She's tall, she's short, the skinny, thick, slim, chubby, big bone, fat chested, flat chested, big breasted, dark skin, wide grin, never smile, ghetto fab, bougie style, church going, thick lips to feed her baby, says she has to strip. Brown, black, and hazel eyes, tight jeans, hugging those thighs, fat ass, no class, high maintenance professional career, short, brown, blonde, maroon, Jerry curl extensions, weave, dreadlocks, and long hair, long legs, slick walking, hips talking, stretch marks, stomach, hanging breast, cellulose, and veins showing, gossiping, and always knowing somebody else's business. Neck snapping, lip smacking, child slapping, foot tapping, hand on hip, bow-legged, tight grip, pigeon toed sister, and oh, how I love her collectively. And I'm going to give her what she expects of me, a friend, a brother, a lover, a father, a good son who will try harder, a real close cousin, respected neighbor. For her love, I'll toil you in labor. I'll be the best grandson, nephew, uncle, grandfather, husband, and I'll deny no favor because I love your flavors. Dark chocolate, caramel, butter, pecan, brown sugar, strawberry, vanilla, and sweet cinnamon. The greatest sin of men, but I'm a transcendent, treat her as I seen. I'm going to treat her as the queen I seen when I was born and avoid her scorn. Celebrate her birth, baby girl. Celebrate her death, Sadie girl. Celebrate her life. She made this world from her fetus, from my fetus curl to my upright position. Oh, how she has made this world. My baby, my lady, my shorty, my girl. Oh, girl. Sister woman, I love you so much. I truly do love you like I love no other. Sister, daughter, cousin, aunt, neighbor, grandma, niece, wife, and mother. You gotta tell everybody in that song, right?
Yeah.
Everybody. Say you like, you know, express, right? Love it all. I read a post the other day that said, and then I reposted it about stretch marks. And the person said, don't be ashamed of your stretch marks. They just, you're a tiger that earned your stripes. Like that. I ain't got no, y'all have a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it. And that's the real stuff. Like, y'all, women think, it's your right to have your own issues with yourself. But a lot of times the issues you have with yourself, men don't even give a damn about. You know, a lot of times we don't give a damn about weight. We don't give a damn about stretch marks. We don't give about breast size. You know, hair. A lot of things we just don't. We are like women. We just want to be loved. You know, and then you see a guy like you think about a preference. Look at the women I've been with, right? I don't have a preference. I've been in a relationship with all types of women. You know, so my mother always like, you know, what's your preference? Because you've been with this type. I'm gonna hook you up with somebody. Well, you know, I don't have a preference. I love women. You know, and at the end of the day, it's about love. It ain't about, because if you want to get married and grow old with this person, they ain't gonna look the way they look when you met them. You met them at 20, or you met them as a teenager, or met them at 30. They're not gonna look the same way at 80. You know, so what happens when they age? You know, what sustains the relationship if it's just physical? You know, so I never been caught up on that. And so I get mad when I see women like, they be the prettiest women. They be like, I'm ugly. Or they be having low self-esteem or insecurity about themselves. It be the prettiest women that be having insecurities. It's crazy. And the most attractive thing about a woman is what, Claire? Confidence. Confidence. That's the most attractive thing about a woman. You can be busted. You all know you busted. But when you walk down, she was calm and be like, you making us look. You confident, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's going on with her? Looking like, she ain't even my type, but damn. What's going on? Freaky, you know, freaky. And then you know, she sent you look at her Facebook picture, you like, you look at her like, she's not really my type, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's an attraction because she's confident, and it's just not a physical thing. Exactly. Back to what Patricia was saying about self-love. You love yourself. It don't matter who else. It don't matter what nobody will think about you.
But see, pretty or ugly is an add-on.
Yes.
Right.
Whichever way you flip it, it's an
Like
add-on.
that. I'm gonna end it with the reading part of this poem. Called Poetic Medicare. For you I push this pen to befriend you with words, speak to your curves, concocting a remedy to relax your nerves, calm the storm of a black woman's scorn. This is why I was born, black man. Thought I had no plans, but here I am at your service, scribing poetic prescriptions to medicate your experience in North America, back through the Middle Passage, motherland vaccine, cocktails the experience we've been through and seen, laced in our DNA. The cure lies in us. It's beyond communication and trust. It's about knowing us. We must know to grow beyond the pain and suffering, the lies and lust. And this is not for pretend, not a fake friend, but a brother from the land called mother, black man from a mad land called ghetto, called gutter. And every word that I utter, regardless of my stutter, is sincere, clear, and simple. The situation is beyond emotional, is extremely mental. What I'm speaking to is your frame of thinking, reframing my thinking and aligning with yours. Together, backtrack across the West African shores. Libation, defecting those nasty sores, bandaged with them garments our ancestors wore, from the heavens canopy to the ocean's floor, and everything in between bears witness to the team we once were, we can be again. And for you I push this pen, sign the description for your pain, remedy from and for the brain, polish the stain of a grimy history, doctor your wounds with love, honesty, respect, and add understanding to that chemistry. Speak to your spirit with passion and love, that holy ministry, sustain you with love and energy, and in the end, be your friend. Remember that I pushed this pen for you, get well soon. I'm pushing this pen for you. P.S. for all those sisters who love poetry. So, I had my sheet of thoughts, mistakes. I didn't ask for forgiveness. I done repented. I'm working on my way back, to sustaining working relationship with my spouse. Pray for me. I'm not even in the doghouse. I'm across the street like.
When you're across the street, somebody else is doing homework.
Right. I'm not even across the street. I'm in the backyard of someone else's house, and they doghouse. Like, hey, what's up?
He waved a hundred.
I get my connection. So the poem, The Apology, as brother introduced me, Marksman, was inspired by a sister who told me don't call her beautiful because she knows she's ugly. Her baby father tells her she's ugly every day. Her father never told her she was beautiful. Her uncle, no one in her family. And when she told me this, I tried to compliment her on every little thing I can that I thought was beautiful about her. I was sincere when I said it's beautiful. She had nice nail beds, nice skin complexion, nice nail beds, like, yeah, her hair was kind of busted, so I gave advice. I gave advice. Like, if you want to feel beautiful, do things to make yourself feel beautiful. Why you coming to work with your hair like that, with dandruff on your shoulder? Right. We was friends. We was friends. I can tell that. You gotta be honest with your friend. I hate a person. Tony, one day we at work and we on the walkie. I got splinters in my teeth. This is surreal. Like, I never had splinters in my teeth before. I actually got splinters in my teeth. I look in the mirror and see splinters in my teeth. I said on the walkie, I said, why no one tells me that I got spinach in my teeth? Like, and our job is check max. And someone said, oh, that's not appropriate conversation over the walkie. I'm like, yes, check. How am I approach a customer with spinach in my teeth? Or to tell me I got spinach in my teeth. So I'm a firm believer. Tell your friends they got a book in their nose, or you know what I'm saying, something in their teeth.
They need to chew some gum.
Right.
Let me know.
Find a way to tell them. You know, some people, all people not approachable like that. We can just tell them stuff like that. Find a way, or find something else to tell them. You know, so I told her. I said, yeah, you come to work with the angel on your shoulder. Your hair can be a little bit better, but you're a beautiful person. And she feels like you have a game, you want something from me, get out of here. Like, wow. And I felt really bad for her, like, so I went back and wrote the poem called Apology. So the poem goes like this. I solemnly apologize for all the guys who failed to realize, honor and recognize the sunrise in your eyes. I apologize to the men who failed to be your friend before trying to be your lover. Never to discover heaven in your mind, the wealth like gold in your soul, and all that's worthwhile in your smile. I apologize for being a child in a child's place when you needed us to be men, for not being righteous and forgiving into sin, for not seeing you as their soul sister, respecting you like family, blood, or a distant kin, and for not realizing that without the black woman, black men can't win. And so I apologize again from the beginning to the end of your pain, for running game, for the children we haven't claimed, for being conceited in vain, bringing shame to your name, being involved with you, having no real purpose or aim, and it's strange. Now that my mentality has changed, I see you as I have never seen you before, the gateway to heaven's door, more than one can explore, because yours so deep, I repeat, so deep. And through your womanhood, I've learned to be a man indeed, and before I can proceed to succeed in this world, I'm going to treat you like a woman instead of a girl, and so I apologize for failing to see the sunrise in your eye, because my preferred division was locked on your breast and thighs, and I compromised my lust for your trust, and no more lies in the skies of the truth. And you are proof that God is good. God is good. All the time. God is great, and I know my decision to express contrition is kind of late and way overdue, but black woman, this is my sincere apologies to you. Stay black, stay strong, divine, and beautiful.
Come on, the book. How can they get the book?
So you're not doing This Is Not a Movie?
We don't have the audio, so this is not a movie, but shout out to Jab Wilson. He's also part of Divine Exchange. We had some complications with the audio, so he's not performing. Y'all can clap and try to motivate him to do acapella.
Whatever audience you get, you never know when you're going to get the next audience.
Oh, Nika came out here for you, only you.
I want you on video.
You know, but you can catch him at the next Divine Exchange. You know,
February.
Like, it's a learning. You know, there's always something here, but we're learning. You know, so we always try to improve our shows, improve our performance. Shout out to CYC, you know, and Key Rose. They've been coaching me, preparing me, trying to improve my image. Also encouraging me to be honest about, you know, my story. You know,
Well done.
thank you, appreciate it. Appreciate everybody coming out. It's a rain day. Our events is always for the rain day for some reason, right? But I appreciate everybody coming out.
There you go. Shower with the blessing.
Michelle, her team always comes out. Her son,
Yes.
Joey. Joey's gonna do some big things. I already know it. Also, you know, the brother with the paintings, it's a beautiful. We made it work.
Yeah.
You know, the ambiance, the decor is nice, and I appreciate it. You know, so thank you.
Yes.
My time is up.
All right.
Back to Mark's man.
All right.
I want people to be confident. What I do is an experience. I wasn't just a set, I was an experience. How many ever experienced that before? None of y'all, right? I've never seen that before. That was dope. Give another hand, please. The apology is only $10. We can definitely sell out all these books. Right? If it evokes some thought, if it made you think, good night, brothers. Good night, brothers.
Thank you.
say goodnight when I got to the other side of the room.
Oh, it's so good, man.
Good meeting y'all. Kamani Ice, you with us.
Right?
All right.
Did you leave a bottle, bro?
Are you available for other events for other folks in the room?
Anything, book signings, grand openings, any way you want, you know, any place that you want alcohol that you don't want to pay for, just give us a call.
Wow, that's amazing. Don't go really just said? Anybody want alcohol not pay for it? Wow. That's deep.
Anybody want to pick up a bottle before we go?
How much are they?
15 and 20. The
All
bottle
right.
was 20, this one was 15. All right.
Any goers? Any takers?
Thank you.
He's like, oh. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. This is such a beautiful thing. It's something you can't really explain to people. It's an experience. So, give it up for yourselves again. Divine Exchange on Facebook. You can find Divine Exchange. Is it just Divine Exchange, right? Divine Exchange is on Facebook. Everybody here has Facebook. You can find. Go ahead.
I just wanna give a shout out to a brother named Eda Poet MC. Right, Eda Poet MC is actually a poet from Baltimore. He's been in the poetry scene for maybe like 15 years, and he's actually one he's the first one I've seen do the interaction poetry thing. Right, and so this is where I got the idea from, and he's a mentor for me. I'm his mentee. I follow him. I go to his events when he's here in New York. He just had an event last year for a trip to Gil Scott Heron, you know, the last poet. Oh no, but he's not from the last poet. Gil Scott Heron. So I was just gonna give him a shout out because he's inspired me, you know, and the idea is actually his to have the interaction poetry you've seen, you know. So just shout out to Eda MC Poet.
No doubt, from the DJ to the vendors to the cameraman, everybody who participated, just thank you. Tawana, I'm going to bring you back on stage to bring to exit us, to give us our Omega. All the vendors, Kitty Rose, thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to shut up now. I'm the Marksman. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all Twitter, all everything at the Marksman. You can talk to me after the show. But thank you, Tawana.
I'm not doing all of that. But to share something very, very special with you guys. A couple of weeks ago, I lost my father to cancer. And the reason I'm saying that tonight is we've had all these conversations about relationships and love, and we forget the ones from where we started. And I know I'm not the only person who's grown up in here with a single parent household, right? And that single parent is usually your mother, for the most part, right? Strong black woman. Takes care of everything. Mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, everything, right? And you have that void. You miss that one thing you didn't have. And I didn't have a father for a very long time. And I made a pact with myself this year to make a relationship with my father. I didn't know that by November of that very same year, I would no longer have him in my life. So 2 weeks, I had 2 weeks, 14 days to spend getting to know who my father was. And unfortunately, it was only 14 days. But I say this to you because I want you to go into 2013 letting those things go. Because we claim we're over it, right? Oh, if I see him, I'll be fine. Yeah, but how you doing? You lied. You lied to yourself. You don't let those things go. You don't let that hurt go until it's in your face. Until you have no choice. Sometimes until it's too late.
What did you learn about him?
I'm just like him. I'm stubborn. I don't listen. I don't listen to anything. I do whatever I want and don't care what people say about it. And that's the reason that we could never click all these years. And it's at his memorial service that people talk about him. They get up there and they say all these wonderful things, and I felt empty because I couldn't add to that because I didn't know what to say. But I realized once I opened my mouth, I sound just like him. And people recognize that. And I think that's what sort of shook me back to reality. Like, it's time I get it together. So I want you guys to go into this next phase of your lives. A new year, right? With just a new, renowned, like, appreciation for the people you have in your life. Right? You have your mother here. That's amazing. A lot of people don't get that. Right? I don't get to have that person standing behind me, supporting me. And as much as I wanted it, I'm missing it now that it's not even possible than before when it could have been. and all I had to do was pick up a phone, say, hey, let's talk. But I didn't, and he didn't, because we're stubborn. That's what we do. We don't talk about it. We let it go, right? But in 2013, take that opportunity to just reach out. Even if it doesn't go the way that you expect, reach out, and you'll you'll feel content knowing that you tried. You tried to make it work. And if that person isn't interested, then it is what it is. But you made the effort. So be the person to make the effort in this next year. And don't live like I'm living right now with a ton of regret, wishing I did it sooner than I did. Because believe me, you never realize how short 14 days is until the end is that 14 days. Thank you.
So,
you have a question for me?
no, I just wanted to let everybody, sorry, I just wanted to let everybody know to definitely follow the Divine Exchange on Facebook. And if you like what you came to tonight, support us, spread the word. If you have any encouraging words for the artists, things that you think that we can improve on to make it better for the next time, or just enhance what we're doing for the next time, please inbox us, put it on our wall. We're not afraid to talk about things and grow, because that's really what this is about. This is about growth. This is about expansion. This is about loving ourselves and loving all that we do as business owners, as artists, as DJs. This is about loving and accepting and supporting each other, because this is a mighty dollar right here. And we spend money to go to other shows and other performances and pay for other things. If we give you guys quality work or quality, support the arts. Support the people who are giving you the same thing that you're spending at CNC or spending at Modell's or spending at any other big conglomerate, rather than spending it with your own people so that we can grow. Because none of this is free. So in order for us to grow and be better, we need your support. But if we're asking your support and we need correction, then we're also asking for your correction. So please support us. The next Divine Exchange event is in February. We're doing a Lovers Special. So any of the poets that want to come and participate in February, spread the word, come, make it about love, make it about relationships, make it about hate and love. But come and support us for February's Divine Exchange Lovers event. And again, spread the word, support us, so as you grow, we grow. And again, thank you. I want to thank the Divine Exchange, Corey and Elohim, for thinking of this concept and having us all come together tonight. Y'all travel safe.